Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're taking a slightly different, kind of meditative path. We're going to explore this deeply reflective piece titled Fit and Reserved. It's essentially a poetic contemplation by Oluyomi Ola David, and it takes us on this absolutely fascinating metaphorical journey. We're starting from the everyday chaos of our daily lives, and she's carrying us all the way up to the very highest peaks of governance and global development. Let's start exactly where she begins her contemplation. The market is noisy. I want you to just picture that for a second. The clamor, the shouting, the sheer overwhelming volume of a busy open market. It's a really striking image to kick things off, and she uses it to immediately immerse us in the total chaos and distraction of everyday human interaction. Before we wade any deeper into that market, let's talk about the mind behind these words. This is Oluyomi Oladavid. She is a Nigerian thought leader who describes herself, first and foremost, as someone who absolutely loves people. Her work consistently centers on finding and providing clarity in the often super complex world of global development. You see, she isn't just writing poetry for poetry's sake. She is deeply invested in policy, in strategy, and finding real-world solutions that actually impact society. Her unique worldview is deeply driven by a real concern for global transformation. She just thrives on generating solutions and influencing policy. But equally important is her faith. She beautifully notes that God is the, quote, wheel within my wheels. And understanding this profound blend of deep spiritual grounding and really sharp policy-driven focus, well, that helps us understand why she views governance not just as some cold bureaucratic system, but as a deeply deliberate, conscious journey that requires real human effort. Section 1. The Noise of the Market. A microcosm of society. Stepping back into that chaos, it's fascinating how she hones in on one specific small group. Amidst what she describes as selfish traders and just an overwhelming number of buyers, she notes sellers are relatively few. She's isolating a minority here. In the grand scheme of society, she's pointing out that the people truly providing value, the ones anchoring the chaotic market, well, they are vastly outnumbered. And she draws a stark contrast between these two groups. On one side, we have the masses. Buyers tend to hurry. They're rushing through the open street, roaming around, really focused only on their immediate, fleeting needs. But on the other side, sellers are patiently resilient. To succeed, to actually provide that value in a totally chaotic world, she observes that these few individuals have to maintain a steadfast patience while everyone else is frantically rushing by. Section 2. Consciousness on the Highway. The Journey of Leadership. Now, moving to this new environment, she again contrasts two distinct roles. The passengers are jolly. They get to relax, enjoy the ride, and be totally carefree, right? But their counterpart, the driver, is strictly conscious. This is absolutely crucial in understanding how she defines leadership. The masses get to enjoy the journey, sure, but the one at the wheel, the one actually guiding the vehicle, must remain utterly focused and strictly conscious of the road ahead. Section 3. Vigilance at Deep Sea. Leading in Deep Waters. Out here in a much larger, frankly, more dangerous environment, her core theme becomes even clearer. Down below, the sailors are wining and dining. They're distracted, they're celebrating, pretty much oblivious to the immense depths and potential dangers all around them. But up top, the captain is alert at the wheels. She's consistently showing us that true leaders, whether they're navigating a noisy market, a fast highway, or the deep, unpredictable sea, have to remain highly vigilant and alert. They bear the heavy responsibility while everyone else kind of just has the luxury to relax. Section 4. Reaching the Reserved Peaks, the Ultimate Destination. Peaks are reserved. I want you to just sit with that phrase for a second. It's short, but man, it carries immense weight. Her belief here is incredibly clear. The highest levels of achievement, the true summits of our societal potential, they aren't just handed out to everyone. They are strictly reserved. They're reserved for those who have actually demonstrated the patience, the consciousness, and that unwavering alertness we just saw in her metaphors. So what exactly are these peaks she's referring to? Well, she directly links them to due process, governance, and SDG 16, which, if you're familiar, is a UN Sustainable Development Goal focused on peace, justice, and strong institutions. She ties her massive macro goals of global development directly back to the micro behaviors of individuals. Good governance doesn't just spontaneously happen, right? It is the ultimate reserved peak, and it can only be reached through that strict consciousness and alert leadership she described. Which brings us to the ultimate question she leaves us with today. In the grand journey of global development and societal transformation, what role are you actually playing? Are you a jolly passenger, just along for the ride, enjoying the scenery while others do the heavy lifting? Or are you an alert captain, strictly conscious and patiently resilient, steering us toward those reserved peaks of good governance and progress? It's a pretty profound thought to take with you. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today, and I really hope this sparks some deep reflection on your own journey and your own role in the world.